and welcome back to Crypto Hulk Show. Kind of had a little issue here with setting the program up. Kind of lost it over the night, but we're back here. I'm gonna start the show as it is. I don't have the first 5 people because I don't even got 5 people on here. So what I'm gonna do is start off with a disclaimer. My name is Crypto Hulk. Not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. It's bright and early here on the West Coast of the United States. It is 6:54 a.m. Oh, man. I know. Starting early. It's what we got to do. And on the other side of the country, it's about 10 a.m. So I kind of make my programs where just about everybody can see it. But on the West Coast, everybody's asleep right now, so no one's getting up at 6:55 to see Crypto Hulk. Let us start with our first article here. Hedera hash graph. This is one most people, you don't really hear too much of Hedera, but I'm hearing a lot of it right now, and I don't know why. All of a sudden, Hedera is doing stuff. We're going to find out what's going on. Hedera has a industry group working with it. I believe like 40 or 50 corporations. That's what makes Hedera HBAR. It's HBAR. Now Hedera is a different kind of a crypto beast. It's a hash graph actually, so it's not a crypto. But we'll just for the simplicity, we call it a crypto, but it's not. What it does have is like 40 or 50 governing council members. So Hedera is one of those cryptos that has like international corporations like working with it, which is kind of unlike any other crypto that we know of. So that's what I find. If you're into, we could look up, which I'm not going to do a little deep dive now with Hedera, but we could look up the 40 or 50 governing council members, and you'll be like, you'll be kind of shocked. I think General Electric is one of them, possibly. They control Hedera and find the direction of Hedera. So it's not like some 18-year-old college students and stuff, and they're, we got 8 college students crashing in an apartment. Like, I think isn't that how Uber started? One of those ride shares, Lyft or something. You have like 8 guys in a apartment somewhere, and they started this ride share program or something like that. But first 5 people to the show: Off the Grid in Utah, Michelle, Bob, Bo Hunter, Corian, Jeromos, and then Jersey Kathy. I'm on the West Coast and up at 6:55, and for the Hulk Show. All right. So let's look at Hedera right here. If you don't have Hedera, it's something to look into at least. Here's the title: Hashgraph Association to explore 5 crypto use cases in Qatar. Now, what do we got here? We've got a Muslim country, and the reason I'm saying that specifically is because they have something called Sharia law. Sharia law. I'm not well versed in any of that. That's not my religion, it's theirs. The Hashgraph Association is teaming up with stakeholders in Qatar to explore 5 digital asset use cases over the next year. These efforts will focus on tokenizing assets like equity, and then something called Sukuk, S-U-K-U-K, and real estate, as well as projects tied to sustainability, such as carbon credits and consumer engagement programs, according to a Hashgraph post. Now, what is Sukuk? S-U-K-U-K. Sukuk are Islamic financial certificates, similar to bonds that comply with Sharia law by offering returns, so money through asset ownership rather than investment. So again, from the limited knowledge that I understand, Muslim people don't gamble. So what Hedera is trying to do is create ownership, and then as something goes up, of course, then you get money from that. Um, Interest is to them, I guess, considered like bad or a sin or gambling. So the way that Hedera has to make this, to craft it in the hash graph, is create a method of owning rather than just renting. I'm kind of like trying to find words for this. I'm going to move on. The Hashgraph Association is a nonprofit company supported by the Hedera platform. According to Hashgraph, this partnership involving the Qatar Financial Center aims to put Qatar in the global spotlight for digital assets and distributed ledger technology. On September 2nd, Qatar introduced a new digital assets regulatory framework to regulate tokenization. Now, I want you to see something. Some people are like, oh, I don't believe in crypto, or crypto's too risky. Okay, you got these Muslim people that don't believe in gambling or any kind of funny business, all right? Their clerics have looked into Hedera and studied it, and they found a way where if it's you own it, then you get money. So it's not gambling. Like if you own anything, a house, and it goes up in value, then you sell it for more money because it went up in value. So this is what is going on with Hedera. They're working with these people from a foreign country and showing them what their technology is. And tokenization is where you take a real world thing like property, right? A real world thing like stocks, bonds, racehorses, automobiles, whatever it might be, and you take that and you turn it into a token. So that's what they're kind of doing over there in Qatar. Using tokenization with these use cases could improve transparency, reduce costs, and make investments more accessible. So, what they're trying to do in the Middle East, and again, different countries, different people have different religions, they have different ways of looking at things. One part of the problem is getting the Middle East people to look at crypto and invest in it, use it, this and that, is you have to show them that it's not against their religion. And if you can make something where it's not gambling, because see, that's part of the problem. A lot of these Middle Eastern countries, they're not going with no kind of usury or interest or any kind of money lending type things where it's ripping off somebody else to give it to other people. And that's a sound principle. I totally agree with that. So what you have to do as Hedera is make something and craft it to where it's ownership and not gambling. Okay. So that's one reason why a lot of times crypto slows down in certain areas is people don't understand it, or you have to make the crypto in such a way that it's not gambling. So that's kind of what we're looking at here. And in Qatar, the Muslim clerics looked at this hash graph, observed what's going on, and authorized it. So that's kind of what we're seeing. According to the article here, these initiatives mark a significant step toward integrating blockchain technology into everyday business and financial activities in the region. Okay, that statement I got to read again because that's really massive. Okay, so we're trying to get crypto spread throughout the crypto hub. Why are we not rich? Well, just because of this. This is just one country. There's probably 100. I don't know how many more countries need to integrate. 50 or 100 more. These initiatives that Hedera is doing in Qatar, these initiatives mark a significant step toward integrating blockchain tech into everyday business and financial activities. That's a pretty massive statement right there. Let's go. I want to show you something. Now we're talking about Qatar, right? And of course, Ripple pops up. Let me do a copy paste for you. Oh, we almost got 100 people on the show doing big things. We got Mike, member for 20 months, sitting on my hands for 20 months. Whoa. I know, but Hedera is also a city in Israel. Well, that's interesting. We got Stu Lavelle here. Nikki Ricky. Okay, it's interesting. Here's your article for Qatar National Bank. Look at this here. So we just got done talking about Hedera is in Qatar getting authorization to do all these things. Here's Qatar National Bank. We're looking at October 2021 article. What is the title? Qatar National Bank and Ripple partner to enhance global cross-border payments. This is out of Doha, Qatar. Doha, D-O-H-A, that's the city in Qatar, the country. The largest financial institution in the Middle East and Africa unveiled its global strategy for cross-border payments. The launch of a remittance service developed in partnership with Ripple. Now it talks about RippleNet with Qatar National Bank, Finis Bank in Turkey. Now I'm going to stop there. Turkey. Now, what is so interesting? Why is Crypto Hulk showing us this? Here's why I'm showing you this. Because 10 years ago, Ripple already had a partnership in Turkey. It's right here. No other channel has this except me. And we're looking at the 9-second. Go to the 9-second mark with this. And what do you see at the 9-second mark? Ripple Turkey. Crypto Hulk. I have found no other evidence on the internet except this. I'm sure some exist. I just haven't been able to find it. So when I'm reading to you articles about Hedera in Qatar and Ripple working with the Qatar National Bank, which is pretty amazing, then I'm showing you about the Qatar National Bank in Turkey, and then I know how to deep dive all the way back 10, 11 years ago and find Ripple Turkey. So now we got Ripple in a Muslim country 10 years ago. See, this was all kind of set up, and it's just like they're waiting. Somebody's been at a desk for 10, 11 years now, just sitting there doing nothing. The desk probably says Ripple Turkey on it, and they wear their suit every day to work, and they just go there and they sit. Okay. Why am I showing this? One, because I'm the only one that has it. Number two, I want to show you how everything's already set up. Now, they don't know the times and the dates when all this shit's going to happen, but this whole Turkey, Qatar, and all this stuff's been set up. We've got Ripple Israel. No one's shown that except me. I appreciate when people support the channel because I go above and beyond any other social media channel. I'm sure I can read today's news and then take it back and show you all the connections and why. So we're reading about Hedera in Qatar. You know what? This shit was already planned out. 10 years ago, they needed somebody, so they had Ripple in Turkey, Ripple in Israel. They got this thing all set up, so when countries come around, when these countries come around to the tech and decide to, okay, we'll go with it, it's already set up. Ripple's been there waiting for 10 years. So people are like, damn, when are we going to be rich? Hey, they've had this shit set up, man. I don't know. I'm just showing you all the connections. I can't give you time frames. That's like, you're asking a little bit too much there, buddy. You're paying $5 or $10 a month, or you're probably watching the show for free. And then you're asking me, when are we going to get rich? Like, are you serious? There's people that would pay $1 million for this kind of information, and I'm not the guy that has it. So I'm gonna leave that one alone. But don't ask dumb questions and shit like that. Like, I know it doesn't seem dumb to you, but when you just step back out of your little $5 membership per month and you start looking at the big picture, you're not going to ask some guy who sits on the floor, when are we going to be rich? Because it just don't do it. It's ridiculous. Okay. When you really start looking at my information that nobody else has, but when you start looking at my information and you start looking at these connections I'm showing you, where there's Ripple Russia, Ripple China, Ripple Turkey, Ripple Israel, and this shit's like 2013, right? That's like somebody's had everything set up, and we don't know the date and times. But if you just don't ask the dumb questions, just watch my show and support my channel, and you start learning. You start watching the whole show, not just the first 5 or 10 minutes, because you got to go and do some other dumb shit, like watching that little baby hippopotamus on YouTube from Thailand. It's famous. You want to watch the baby hippopotamus and shit, but you only got 5 or 10 minutes for Crypto Hulk Show. And then when you do get on Crypto Hulk Show, hey, when are we going to be rich? Like, do you understand how fucking stupid that is? Because you got to. I want you to be more aware, be more socially aware. Watch my program, see the information presented, and you'll see how massive and how deep back this goes. And then you're not going to ask somebody on YouTube, when are we going to be rich? That's like the fucking stupidest question. That shows, hi, I got shit for brains, and I don't watch Crypto Hulk Show at all for more than 5 minutes, but I want to ask some really fucked up questions. I'm just like, wow. Okay. You need to put in some work to understand what is going on. Okay. That's why I break down these long programs, so people that want to learn, you're gonna see how all this goes together. I don't fucking know what's going to happen, because this has been set up, as far as I know, 10 years ago. Maybe this fucking shit started 20, 30 years ago. I don't know. You're lucky to have even found my channel, because I'm showing you all this information from 10, 11 years ago on how we are here today. And this isn't Ripple is a company. That's so fucking stupid. Ripple is like the government. It's the 5 families of the world. That's what we're looking at here. I'm showing you. That's why I'm so heavily shadow banned. See, I could run a scam channel. Some people call that BitBoy. I won't make a comment on whether he's a scam or not. What I will comment on is YouTube allows scam channels to just boom, grow massive, right? And they never have a problem. I'll bet you whenever BitBoy got on, everybody got that notification. I'll bet you that, right? I'll bet you when BitBoy started his channel every day, boom, millions of people would be notified, right? Not my channel. I'll bet you on BitBoy's channel, nobody got unsubscribed. So if you subscribe to a channel, I bet you on my channel, almost everybody gets unsubscribed. And we can go on and on, okay? So I want you to understand, to watch a real channel takes work. It does. But the payoff is, you see, like I'm trying to show you everything that I see. I got information no other channel has. I got a whole lot of stuff. And the people at the top, that's threatening to them. So these people are not smart. They just cheat. And their goal is to play all these little games so that you're either not notified, you can't comment through it typing, or they do all this dumb shit. You've heard a lot of it on my channel, but you know what? That's just part of what. Now, if there's a better alternative, I'd be there right now. So right now we're stuck, and I'm going to go with the comments here. All right. Let me read some comments. Go to our next article. The next article is a deep dive. Yes. Stu Lavelle. Gave 5 people memberships. And those 5 people are the Doc, Nikki Cheese, Francois, Dan, and Muscle Flood. Alrighty then. 58 years ago, it started again, but started back in the 1960s with Lincoln. 1860s with Lincoln. Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. Here's this deep dive. And I'm going to try to keep it from getting overwhelming. All right. What I'm going to show you next. Oh, we got MC Prosperity gave 5 people memberships. Knarf, that's a good one. Alejandro Lopez got a membership. Kevin B, Insight 11, and A Mao. Those people got memberships by MC Prosperity. Oh, this is interesting. We got Simon gave 5 people memberships. Johnny G is one. Kev King, Timothy Barkley, Vinny is a beast. Sir Gassington, those people got memberships by Simon. 2, 3, wait, 1, 2, 5. Sir Gassington. Okay, makes 5. All right. Now we're going to look at right here. I'm going to show you a massive connection. Okay. I'm going to show you that the banks at the top right now, they're all starting to come together. All right. You've heard of Project Mbridge, Project Agora, Project this or that. Okay. What we have going on is that different parts of the world trust each other. Okay. Different banks trust each other. Different countries trust each other. And to get this crypto moving, they had to do certain projects to prove that it works. And each project is just that. You get a group of like-minded countries that are comfortable working together, that trust each other. And you do a project with crypto to try to make it work. And then these other 5 banks do one project, then these 5 banks over there. And then you got like maybe 15 different projects, okay? And now I want you to notice what happens is even though they're all separate, maybe this bank and that bank kind of, after they each do a project, they kind of like come together and merge. And then another one kind of merges. And then this is what's going on here with Paritior. Paritior is a network. The people that are involved in it are DBS Bank, Ripple Partner, which is like, I think, Singapore. Yes. So we have the actual country of Singapore is very much a Ripple partner, and has been for 10 years, so much that we have something called Ripple Singapore. No other channel knows this. These people are fucking clueless. We have Paritior. It's a distributed ledger technology settlement network. And it's backed by DBS Bank, JP Morgan Ripple Partner, Standard Chartered Ripple Partner, and Temasek, which is a company operated by the Singapore government, which is a Ripple partner. Okay. So basically, we're looking at Ripple right here. This is called Paritior. A lot of people are like, oh, it's not a Ripple partner. Okay. Now, in May, they have a new CEO. Here's what's happening at Paritior, okay? They're laying off people as they're growing, as they're integrating into society. What Paritior is doing, and it sounds sad, but it's good, is the people that started Paritior, they're getting rid of them to bring in the new people who are then going to integrate Partior into the whole world. It is sad. I'm not ready to cry yet for them. Kind of like how Elon Musk got rid of everybody. Classic. You put them all on video and you make fun of them and shit while they all get fired. I love it because for all those years, Twitter was making fun of us. Elon Musk comes in, makes fun of them while he fires each one of them. Fucking love it. Brilliant move. What's going on at Paritior is they hired their people to drive innovation, creativity, to create this thing, which is a distributed ledger technology settlement network. They actually made the network and it's done. I got bad news. Everybody's fired. Okay. Now you bring in the new people. What's their job? To integrate it, and they need a different kind of a mindset. You're not trying to explore, be creative, and all that. No, you're trying to link everybody up now. It's kind of like you're not trying to like grow the company and create new shit. You are like, I'm summarizing what I read this, okay, obviously. So I'm kind of summarizing what I read. This is massive. The reason I'm talking about Partior is because we're at a point now where, look, these big banks and everybody know what the fuck's going on by now, okay? No one needs to create network. They've already got all the networks they need. Now it's about integrating networks, not creating. See what I mean? Partior, when it first started like 10 years ago and shit and all that, they were about creating a whole brand new platform and and all these things. Now that they've already created it, they've tested it and everything, and know that it works. Now it's about integrating, not creating. Get it? So the reason I'm showing you this is because you got one of the biggest banks in the world, J.P. Morgan. I don't need to say any more than that, okay? But then you have the country of Singapore, the actual government of Singapore mixed up in this. Now the reason Singapore is important because Singapore is basically China, okay? It's the arm of China. And why is that important? Because, well, we got Ripple China and Ripple Singapore as partners, don't we? No other channel showing you this except me. So I'm able to teach you these things with authority. And that authority is evidence that other channels don't have. The new CEO was actually very forthright talking to Ledger Insights. So we have a news media source called Ledger Insights. They were talking with the new CEO. His name's Humphrey Wallenbreder. I wonder if he's German. And Humphrey is basically talking to Ledger Insights and explaining what's going on. If you look at the title of the next section, it's called Growing Pains and Culture Change. Okay, so I've already explained all this. I'm not getting into it. That's basically what's going on at Partior. They've already created it. They're firing all those people and bringing in the integrators, okay? These are the people now that are going to work with state regulators, country regulators. They're going to talk with other banks, other FIs, financial institutions to integrate Partior to where, because Partior has a way of doing things. That's what this is about. Now let's look up who are the members of Partior first. You're going to love this article, R3. Okay. Now DBS Bank is involved in this right here. DBS Bank, and they're an R3 partner who used to be a partner of Ripple. See how all this comes together? Ripple is not fighting the other cryptos, everybody. They work together. All the good cryptos, they work together. So people ask me, Crypto Hulk, what's better, XRP or XLM or XC? The way I see it, they all work together. So I really can't give you an answer on which one's better. I mean, I own just XRP. That doesn't mean shit. Like, who am I, right? Once you look at that, forget. I mean, you could ask me an opinion and stuff, but you got to make your own. But so look right here. You got DBS Bank joins Ripple partner R3. This was in 2020. So 4 years ago, DBS Bank. So that's DBS is part of the Paritior network. And DBS brings in R3, which then brings in Ripple. So you kind of see a relationship there. R3 has a Corda platform, and the crypto they use is XDC. Now let's look here at JP Morgan. Crypto Hulk, show us what connection JP Morgan has with Paritior and what outside tech is JP Morgan using. Well, JP Morgan's using Ripple technology. Here we go with this. Here's the title. It's 2 years old. Ripple partner and JP Morgan. They joined forces. What is this? JP Morgan uses a company called Al Farhad Exchange or Al Farhad Exchange. It's in the Middle East. It's a crypto exchange. You can send money all around the world utilizing XRP Ledger, okay? So there's your two connections there. Here again, we got JP Morgan again working with Wells Fargo for what? Dealing with the Federal Reserve Bank. So now you can see even more connections going on with this. I try not to use my opinion most of my show, but most of my show, 95% of it is just evidence, all right? So the article talked about JP Morgan. Standard Chartered's brought up in this article. Why is that important? Well, Standard Chartered's a Ripple partner. So let me just show you that. Told you this was a deep dive. It's going to be about another 10 minutes. Standard Chartered completes strategic investment in Ripple. This was 8 years ago. Okay. Now, what's important to show you is that now I'm going to show you how the country of Singapore is mixed up in Paritior. Let's look at this. Get it right, meow, Doc. Get it right, meow. Now, here's an article, a separate article, but it relates to this. DBS Bank, JP Morgan, and Temasek. They create JV for blockchain internet payments platform. So here we go. 3 years ago, we can see DBS, JP Morgan, and Temasek. They're all working on interbank platforms, right? Now, this is 3 years ago. Look at the first sentence here. Today, Singapore's largest bank, DBS. So, bam, right there. We know that from the first article I started the show with, DBS Bank, we now learn, is Singapore's largest bank. They're involved with Paritior. I already showed you JP Morgan's involvement. And guess who else now is involved? Singapore's state-owned investment firm, Temasek. So Temasek, let's go back to how I started the show. You have the Paritior network, and who's that? DBS Bank, Singapore's largest bank, JP Morgan, one of the top 3 banks in the world, Standard Chartered, Ripple partner, Temasek's involved in Paritior, and Temasek is the Singapore government business arm, okay? So now you have some banks and you have a government involved in this network. Now, Singapore is massive because we have Ripple Singapore, which I'm not getting into. Actually, I'll get into that right now. Let me show you this article here. Let me do a copy paste. I'm going to show you again what no other channel has. So I appreciate when you support my channel because my whole show is about stuff other channels don't even have. All right. You're seeing with evidence all these connections. Whereas right here, so go to the 29-second mark. This title is breaking. Country of Singapore has Ripple XRP advise and design. We go to the 29-second mark. What do you see? Well, there's a Ripple logo. It says Ripple Singapore. Gold and silver in your wallet. And if you were to look, there's a wallet that you could download. Well, looky right here. Ripple Gateway Pte. Limited. Established when? November of 2013. Crypto Hulk, this is almost 12 years old. I didn't know. See, Crypto Hulk, I've been watching all these people on social media. I had no idea there was a thing called Ripple Singapore. They had a gold and silver crypto exchange. Yeah. 12 years ago? Yeah. Whoa. I've never heard this at all anywhere else. Yeah, you haven't, have you? No. So that's why my channel's special. Because I can read you news and show you why the fuck all this is happening. Do you know why Paritior network has the government of Singapore involved? Do you know why the Paritior network has DBS Bank, which is Singapore's biggest private bank, involved? Because I have the evidence the other channels don't have. It's Ripple Singapore. They've been waiting for all these years to get this stuff done. They've been waiting 12 years. Look, you've been in crypto 1 year and you're already trying to be rich, right? These fuckers been doing this shit for 12 years. So I'm really not hearing you bitching and complaining. You might be doing it, but I'm not hearing it, okay? I've got Ripple Singapore right here. These fucks have been waiting for this shit to take off since 2013. And you got into crypto. I've been in crypto since 2018. Oh, I've been in since 2017. Who the fuck cares? These fuckers have been in it from day one. And they have billions and trillions to make. How much are you going to make, really? 20 million or 100 million or 500 million or something? You don't have shit to make compared to these people. They've been waiting for like ever. This is what I'm showing you right here. This has already been done. This gold and silver in your wallet and all they've done all this. They had a wallet, you could download it if you watch my video, not now, not right now, but if you watch this video, they had the gold and silver. They had vaults where you could store the gold and silver if you want to use different currencies to buy and trade. Ripple had all this stuff done. Well, what are we waiting for? We're waiting for the whole world to get doing this. That's what we're waiting for. You understand some countries don't want technology because then as the people get smarter, then they kick the people out of government. Now, not like in America. We get stupider in America. You can clearly see it in who we're electing for president and how the country's going and the crime and drug rates and all you can see in America, the more smarter that we get, the more stupider we get. That's very clear. But these other countries, look, I don't have all the answers. Look, I just show you facts that nobody else does. I show you facts no other channel has. I don't show you all the answers, okay? I'm not at the top of the world's super chain. What I do is we get to take peeks. Like we get to look over the fence real quick and then pop our heads down. Okay, that's what my channel is. That's why I'm shadow banned more than any other channel, crypto. All right. These other channels don't show you what I do. Next, underneath, so go underneath growing pains and culture change. Okay. Actually, stop. Let me look at the comment section and I'll get right back to that. Is it possible, Styles asks, is it possible to pull up a recent article proving Ripple did what you're reading about 10 years ago? How come there's no articles now on all these plans, Hulk? Stu Lavelle's like, shadow banned? No way. I don't believe. What I'm doing is I'm showing you the websites from like 10 to 12 years ago. I don't know why they take stuff down. Why? I know why, because they don't want you to know. Look, there's going to be almost nobody. What? Look, I got 200 people here, 211 people. All right. That's all that YT right now wants to know the truth. Okay. Because I'm showing you how all this started. Well, not how everything started, but I'm showing you some parts of how all this crypto stuff started. You have a privilege to get in on a little investigator like me, because I'm showing you how all this stuff is being put together. I don't have all the answers. I don't have your answer to your question. How come there's no articles now and all? I don't. They destroy stuff. They take stuff down. They don't want people to know. There's a master plan going, and that plan is the top 5 families of the world are going to enslave everybody through cryptocurrency. Do you think they want that shit fucking advertised? Now it's starting to make a little more sense, right? So that's what cryptocurrency will be. It'll be the slave master for everybody on the planet. You won't be able to be on the desert tundra of the Nairobi, and if you want to buy somebody's goat, you're gonna have to use your phone, because Elon Musk, the devil's little helper, is up there putting satellites everywhere. And then maybe you're on the tundra in Nairobi, but you got a chip in your hand because you're too poor to own a phone. And everything bought and sold will be able to come under the view of one person who will then rule the world. Now, I'm going to leave that subject because we're going to get all kinds of crazy, but that's where this ends up. Do you think that one person who's going to rule the world wants me telling everybody? No. So they limit it to 221 people. And then they're like, Crypto Hulk's not going to change anything. There's only 221 people there. When I first started my show, I had 8,500 people in 3 weeks on my show. Oh, shit. My show was more popular the first 3 weeks when I made it. That was 4.5 years ago. And since then, this platform has done nothing but try to chop people off, kick them out, this, that, da-da-da-da-da. But not BitBoy's channel, right? Not these run guys and all this other stuff, right? No, I'm not going to make claims on any other channel. But YouTube doesn't mess with scam channels. They like, you know how much fucking spam we get? You know, some of my moderators are here cleaning spam. That shit doesn't happen on my X, my Facebook, Twitter, only on YouTube. Why? Because YouTube allows scammers and stuff. That's why these people that are scammers have like 1 million subscribers and shit. Then you got real channels like this. I got 221 people here. That's how it goes. All right. I mean, recent ones, not they said they were going to do 10 years ago. All right, let me go to the next article here. I mean, the next paragraph. So it says growing pains and culture change. Go to the second paragraph, last sentence. However, as a company scales, meaning gets bigger and able to help its customers, as a company scales, it needs to industrialize its offerings, making them repeatable and predictable, which necessitates standardization. Crypto Hulk, what the fuck did you just say? I'm showing you what the CEO is saying. As your bit, the reason. Well, here's what's going on in Paritior. Here's what's going on in all of these corporations. They're all coming together to connect. Here's what he's saying. As a company scales, so they're done with creating, right? That they've created. You get rid of all the people that created shit, and you bring in people to scale, to reach. It says a business needs to industrialize, making their stuff repeatable so other countries can use it, predictable, and what? Necessitates standardization. The CEO is saying, we've already done the creation portion of this corporation. Now it's time to scale it and grow it out and integrate with the other companies. So that's why I had to lay off those people. Okay. Next, go to the next paragraph or so down. He views that standardization as curtailing the previous creative latitude. There's the word creative. He views that standardization, meaning you get your product like Paritior with JP Morgan and everything, standardize it out to everybody. He's going to curtail creative latitude. You know what creative latitude is? When these little startups happen, they allow the mind to run free to create things. He's like, we're done. I'm not trying to create stuff. I'm going to curtail the creative latitude in this country by firing all these people. With the full respect and recognition of the people that we had to let go. You see what I'm showing you right here? I broke down this article. I read it very carefully. And that's why the remainder of this show is on this. If you go down to the next paragraph, it says regarding the unforeseen technical hurdles, he mentioned the time-consuming and complex process of meeting all the compliance, risk, IT security requirements to integrate with the new banking systems. That's a story Ledger Insights has heard many times, but it's exaggerated. Okay, he's talking now. We're done creating Paritior. Now we're trying to get with the legislators, the other banks, the other crypto platforms. We're trying to integrate. This is where we're at right now. I'm trying to show you a big picture of what's going on in the world of cross-border payments and banking. This Paritior article is just that. They're talking about an integration process for a cross-border settlement system like Paritior. Every settlement bank has multiple jurisdictions requiring the integration process. Paritior with JP Morgan and all the crypto and stuff, they're now integrating into banks and governments. That's what we're seeing right now. The whole creation thing is done. It's over. Okay? They're not trying to create shit anymore. Now it's about integration. Crypto Hulk, when are we going to be rich? Well, I'm reading to you right here. This is where these banks are at. They're no longer creating technology. Now, Ripple is different. Ripple's always got something going. But not, see, look, not JP Morgan, not Standard. These are banks. Banks are not trying to keep being creative and build out new shit. You know what banks want to do? Just let me buy the technology and use it and let's get it done. Okay? Ripple is stellar, is about keep going, keep creating, opening up the future. Do you see the difference now? So when you have a bunch of people at your country, when you have a bunch of people in your company, like at Paritior, who are the creators, the visionaries, you got to fire all these people. Once they, I'm sorry, but this is what the guy's saying, the CEO. He's saying, we created a very awesome product. You got to go. Thank you. Bye. Now, new people come in. We got to get this integrated into the governments, in the school systems. You see what I'm saying now? This is an integration process. You guys are asking me, when do we be rich? I'm showing you what's going on. They are all now, and all of them are doing it. It's not just Paritior. It's all of them are now actively trying to integrate this technology into the world so they can use it and get, look, they want to get rich too. They're going to get richer. People are like, oh, this crypto is going to put these companies out of business. No, it's not. Okay. Let me check the comments and get right back to it. Stu Lavelle, wait, hold on. Robert DeLesta, Make crypto great again. Thank you very much for the tax-free donation. Stu Lavelle gave 5 people memberships. Pedro Salsa got another free membership. Tommy D, Marquise Landon, Eric Wallace, and then Sean Lowry all got memberships by Stu Lavelle. Really quick, I want to do a little business on the show. I sell gold and silver coins on my YouTube channel. I have like a little YouTube store, I guess, if you want to call it that. The reason I sell gold and silver coins is because we all know something very bad is going to happen. I just got done yesterday talking about Christine Lagarde. She used to run the International Monetary Fund. She now runs the European Central Bank. She just told us, expect a global 1929 depression, okay? I don't know how long it'll last. If it doesn't last long, great. But you know what? They don't call it a black swan because it's a rainy day, okay? A black swan is coming. That means something very, very bad is going to happen to the world. Now, with this information, you can take advantage of it, and you can profit from it. What I'm telling you now is I'm giving you advance notice. Something very bad is coming to the world. Now, and what I'm doing is I've bought some gold and I'm going to buy some silver, but this is my last bit because I believe either by election time in the United States, which is November, which is a couple months away, or by the time New Year's spring rolls around, some bad stuff's going to happen. Gold and silver is going to skyrocket in price. Now, I sell gold and silver here. I don't make a commission. I don't make any money whatsoever off of it. I'd hope that now some countries can buy gold and silver. Like if you live in, I think, United States, definitely you can buy from my YouTube channel. I think Canada, I'm not sure. But you can tell, here's what you do. Go to my channel. Let's do it right now. And then it says for me, view your channel. Okay, when you look at my YouTube channel, you see the home tab, videos, shorts, live. Go to videos. Click on that. And the first video is not showing it. Go to the second video. It shows like the atom bomb thing going off. Okay. About an inch below the video, you'll see on the left, it says 931 views. 11 hours ago, and it should say 20 products. If you look to the right of that, about 5-6 inches, it'll show the word more, M-O-R-E. You click on that, boom, a drop-down menu pops up. I've got Target, Walmart. These are crypto wallets for sale. And then I have Walmart that's selling gold coins, silver coins, silver bullion and stuff. Let me wrap up that page and click out of it. Okay, why do I have this? Because I'm showing you, if you get a loan, here's an example. If you get a loan for $3,000 and you buy silver and silver goes up 10 times, guess what? You now have $30,000. You take that $3,000 it initially cost you, pay off your loan. Guess what? You now have $27,000 in cash. Go buy all your crypto you ever wanted to buy. Thank you, Crypto Hulk, for showing me how to buy crypto for nothing. Okay. Okay, what did it cost you? Some interest. But then again, if you pay off that interest from what you just made, you got all your crypto. I'm showing you how to get all your crypto for free. More than what you ever. I sure hope to God you don't spend $27,000 on cryptocurrency and hardware wallets. I mean, you could if you want, but I'm showing you how to leverage your money. If you get $4,000 worth of silver and it goes up 10 to 15 times, you got like $40,000 to $55,000. Now you go out and you buy $15,000, $20,000 in crypto or $30,000. See what I'm saying? I'm showing you how to end up being a millionaire for nothing. You know, That's what you get on my channel. It's why I appreciate when people get and support my channel, because this channel, it's more than your little $5 a month or $10 a month dumb shit. Okay, this channel's showing you how to create millions for nothing. Literally, you take a loan, you pay it back, and you got all this money, and it didn't cost you. At the end of the day, it didn't cost you nothing at all. You got $30,000-$40,000 in cash. Then you go get all the crypto you need. Now you're going to make $500 million in XRP, XLM, XC. See how this channel works? It's a very basic, simple. My channel is like for the lazy fat pig to get rich. You don't have to get a college degree. You don't have to work for 20 years at some fucking place and kiss ass all the time and deal with dumbasses. You just watch my program, get a fucking loan, get some silver. You don't have to buy it from me. Buy it wherever you want. Make 30, 40 grand. Take that. And now you're fucking crypto rich when that thing takes off. There you go. Too fucking easy, right? Let's take a look here. 5 Dennis 1 2 3. What does he got to say? Link attached above. Ripple, Singapore, and Codius. Oh, sweet. Okay. We look right here. 5 Dennis 1 2 3. It says distributed on the Fedora OS app store. First app will be peer-to-peer collateralized lending, borrowing marketplace. Let me take a look. I don't see it, but I got to get moving on with my show. But okay. Ragnar Lothbrok, member for 13 months. The best value per buck one can ask for, Hulk. A few months now, things might start happening. Not a lazy fat pig yet, but I'm trying. Oh my God. Look later. Yeah. I'm just trying to do like 3 things at once here, or 10 things. All right. So in case you just showed up, here's the article I'm looking at right here. We're almost done with it, and then I got to wrap this show up. I'm showing you now. Go to the section that says developing the DLT network density. So the first section's titled Growing Pains and Culture Change. Go down to developing the DLT network's density. Go to the last paragraph. Go to the last sentence in the first paragraph. It says, while JP Morgan provides something similar with the JPM coin, it can only work between JP Morgan accounts. Paritior is a multi-bank solution that complements JP Morgan's offering. So what we got going on is they just kind of told you already. Yeah, JP Morgan has Onyx, okay? JP Morgan has its own crypto. But if you're not a banker at JP Morgan, it doesn't do you any good. Now, what they're saying here is Paritior, and I'll tell you what, I think Paritior is really Ripple. They built on the Ripple platform. That's what I'm just guessing. The reason is Paritior is a multi-bank solution that complements JP Morgan's offer. It's like the Ripple ledger, and everybody can work on it. So now you could have the JP Morgan coin, you can have this and that, and we can still shoot it around because we got Codius. Okay. That's what I believe. It's what they're saying right there. Let me continue to the next portion. So the next paragraph, it says, additionally, Paritior is working with other solutions, including FX, that's foreign exchange payment versus payment. Now, that's interesting because here we go. Here's the XDC crypto. Let me do a copy paste. So they just got done talking about how Paritior is a complement to JP Morgan, right? Okay. Well, here's that complement right here. What you're looking at is an R3 page. And it talks about the very top in the title, DVP. That's delivery versus payment. Okay. That's what our three-quarter platform does. It helps move securities, commodities, derivatives, and all these things. Foreign exchange. That's why the article talked about FX, foreign exchange. Okay. It says, additionally, Paritior is working on other solutions. Oh, I bet you they are. It's the R3 quarter platform. It talks here FX payment versus payment. FX is what? Foreign exchange. What does R3 quarter platform do? Foreign exchange. So that's what they're talking about right there. As part of scaling process, Mr. Wallenberger wants to increase the network density. This entails incorporating an international network of banks. Are you hearing me? An international network of banks, branches, and currencies, which collectively will lead to increased transaction volumes. Next, it goes to new member banks. So go to the section that's titled in dark black, new member banks. More than a year ago, we reported that Deutsche Bank was considering joining Paritior. Mr. Wallenbreder also mentioned exploring a link with Mbridge. Now we're getting into Project Mbridge. See how all this is now coming together, right? This is what I've been saying. Paritior is all done creating whatever the fuck they had to create, okay? Now it's about integrating, all right? It's about having standardization and integrating all this stuff. That project over there, this project over there, that project there. It's about bringing in all these projects, right? We've been learning about all these different projects. Project Icebreaker, Agora, Mbridge, everything. It's all like coming together. That's what I'm showing you now is the trend. It talks about Project Mbridge in the Middle East. Well, you know what? Look at this right here. Since we're talking about projects, who leads all these projects? The Bank for International Settlements. Oh, crypto help. See how we're all coming back? We're almost done. Hang in there. We're almost done. Who leads all these projects? The BIS. Okay. Now, why is that important to know? Because the BIS stands for the Bank of International Settlements. Now, a new person, who are they? They're an organization that controls all the banks in the world, pretty much. And why is that important? Well, because Ripple is a member of the BIS, and they're actually working on a project together. Here's the article. It came out about a year ago. What's the title? Ripple is working with the Bank for International Settlements on a payments task force. So all these projects that are going on with central banks around the world using different cryptos and whatever it might be, okay, they're all coordinated by the Bank of International Settlements. And that's important because Ripple is a part of the Bank of International Settlements. None of the other cryptos are. Just so I put that one out there for you because you're special. Now, we're at the last page. There's no more after this. We're done. Go to the bottom of that article, right before the yellow box. Go to the last paragraph. There are very few live infrastructures. There are very few that have been proven to be able to do what we do. Here, I'll guess the few infrastructure projects, XLM, because a few means like 3 or more, right? You got one, you have 2 or a couple, What does a few mean? 3? XRP, XLM, and XTC. That's 3 to me. But what do I know, right? There are a few live infrastructures that have proven to be able to do what we do, said the Paritior CEO. So I think we could be part of the solution instead of a competitor to Project Agora. This is what he's saying right here. They're not in competition. I've been telling you from day one, Ripple is not competing with Stellar, who's not competing with R3. They work together to get shit done, okay? That is what the CEO is saying. The Paritior network is similar to what Project Agora is trying to do. Project Agora is ran by the BIS. Paritior is not ran by the BIS. Paritior is private banks trying to do something. Project Agora is the BIS trying to do something. The CEO of the private bank Paritior network, he's like, hey, we could actually integrate with Project Agora. We're not competing with them. This is the end of the deep dive. The reason I gave you this deep dive is I'm trying to show you that you've got some of the biggest banks in the world. Oh, by the way, JP Morgan, one of the biggest banks in the world, they're a part of they're a part of Paritior network, okay? But JP Morgan just joined the other day Project Agora. Now you have with Project Agora, I think all the top 3 banks in the world. In Project Agora, I believe you got Citibank, and JP Morgan, definitely. I don't know about HSBC, maybe not, but I just want you to see what's going on. These massive banks and these massive projects are all coming together, integrating right now, okay? They're not competing against each other. They're trying to solve a problem called cross-border payments. And you got those 3 cryptos, the 3x cryptos, right there in every single one of these damn projects, okay? So that is your deep dive for today. And I got enough news for probably a PM show, so we'll see how that goes down. Let me check the last comments. Michael Montclair just got to work. Thanks, Hulk. Cheers, Hulk. Okay. I got to go. That's your deep dive. It was too much. It was a lot of work doing that one. I will see you in tonight's show, most likely. Right now, it's what time? 8 o'clock a.m. in California. It's Sunday morning. If I do another show, it's going to probably be around, I think, 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. Maybe 6. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But anyhow, I'll see you in the next broadcast.